Toco toucan, Ramphastos toco, also known simply as the toucan, is one of the most recognizable and iconic birds in the world, largely due to its enormous, colorful bill. Native to South America's tropical forests, particularly in countries like Brazil, Argentina, Bolivia, Paraguay, and Guyana, the Toco toucan is the largest and best-known species of toucan. Evolutionary background. The Toco toucan belongs to the Ramphastidae family, which consists of large-billed birds found primarily in the Neotropics. The exact evolutionary history of the Toco toucan is not entirely clear, but its lineage likely diverged millions of years ago, evolving its distinctive bill as a multifunctional tool for feeding, thermoregulation, and social interactions. Their cultural and ecological significance. In various South American cultures, the Toco toucan is seen as a symbol of the rainforest. Its vibrant appearance and distinctive calls have made it a popular subject in art, mythology, and even modern branding. Ecologically, the Toco toucan plays a critical role in seed dispersal, helping to maintain the diversity of the rainforest. Behavior and habitat. The Toco toucan is primarily found in open woodland and savanna, and it prefers areas with scattered trees rather than dense, unbroken forests. Its diet consists mainly of fruit, but it also consumes insects, small reptiles, and bird eggs. The bird's large bill is surprisingly lightweight and is used for reaching and peeling fruit, as well as for intimidating rivals and predators. Conservation status. The Toco toucan is currently listed as a species of least concern by the IUCN, meaning it is not at immediate risk of extinction. However, habitat destruction and the pet trade pose ongoing threats to its populations. The Toco toucan remains one of the most fascinating birds in the world, admired for its striking appearance and unique adaptations. Its presence in the wild is a vital part of the ecosystems in which it lives, and its conservation is essential to maintaining the health of those environments. Certainly. Here's a description of the beak colors for different parrots, including red ones. Red parrot, scarlet macaw. Beak color. The scarlet macaw, a well-known red parrot, has a large, curved beak. The upper part of the beak is typically a pale ivory or cream color, while the lower part is black. The contrast between the light upper beak and dark lower beak complements the bird's bright red plumage. Blue and yellow macaw. Beak color. This parrot has a large, entirely black beak. The black beak is sturdy and sharp, ideal for cracking nuts and seeds. It contrasts beautifully with the bird's vibrant blue and yellow feathers. African grey parrot. Beak color. The African grey parrot, known for its intelligence and ability to mimic human speech, has a completely black beak. The beak is powerful, capable of breaking open tough seeds and nuts. Green parrot, Eclectus parrot. Beak color. The Eclectus parrot shows sexual dimorphism, meaning males and females look different. The male Eclectus parrot, which is bright green, has a beak with an orange upper mandible and a black lower mandible. This vibrant combination enhances the bird's striking appearance. Rainbow lorikeet. Beak color. The rainbow lorikeet has a bright orange-red beak, which stands out against its multicolored plumage. The vivid beak color complements its vibrant feathers, making it one of the most eye-catching parrots. These varied beak colors not only add to the parrot's beauty but also serve functional purposes like cracking open food or attracting mates. The Toco toucan primarily feeds on a variety of fruits, which make up the majority of its diet. Some of the fruits they eat include figs, guavas, and various types of berries. In addition to fruits, Toco toucans also consume insects. They eat insects like caterpillars, beetles, and grasshoppers. Small reptiles and amphibians. Occasionally, they eat small lizards, frogs, and even bird eggs or nestlings. Seeds and nuts. These can also be part of their diet, especially when fruits are scarce. Regarding the quantity, a Toco toucan eats about 100 grams of food per day, depending on its size and the availability of food in its environment. Their diet is crucial for their health, providing them with the necessary nutrients for their bright plumage and overall vitality. The Toco toucan, like many bird species, exhibits interesting social behaviors that contribute to its survival and daily life. Social structure. Flock dynamics. Toco toucans are often seen in small groups or flocks, typically consisting of about 6 to 20 individuals. These flocks can sometimes merge into larger groups, especially when foraging or during the breeding season. The social structure within these flocks is not rigidly hierarchical, but they do have a certain level of social interaction that helps maintain group cohesion. Communication. Vocalizations. Toco toucans communicate with each other using a variety of vocalizations, including deep, croaking sounds and high-pitched calls. These calls serve multiple purposes, such as signaling danger, locating flock members, or establishing territory. Bill interactions. The Toco toucan's large and colorful bill also plays a role in social interactions. They may engage in what appears to be playful bill fencing or tapping, which is believed to strengthen social bonds or establish dominance within the group. Breeding and pair bonds. Monogamous pairs. Toco toucans often form monogamous pairs during the breeding season. These pairs may stay together for several seasons, reinforcing their bond through mutual preening, feeding each other, and sharing in the care of their young. Nest sharing. During the breeding season, Toco toucans share the responsibility of incubating the eggs and feeding the chicks. Both parents take turns sitting on the eggs and later feeding the hatchlings until they are ready to leave the nest. Play behavior. Social play. Toco toucans are known to engage in play, especially younger birds. This includes chasing each other, performing aerial acrobatics, and playing with objects like twigs or leaves. This play behavior is important for developing physical skills and maintaining social bonds within the flock. Territory and conflict. Territorial behavior. While Toco toucans are generally social, they can also be territorial, particularly during the breeding season. They may defend their nesting site from intruders, using their large bill to ward off potential threats. Conflict resolution. Conflicts within a flock are usually resolved through displays rather than physical fights. The birds may use their bills in a show of strength or engage in vocal duels to assert dominance or settle disputes. Overall, the social life of the Toco toucan is a blend of cooperative behaviors and playful interactions, with a strong emphasis on communication and maintaining bonds within their flock. Their social structure, while not as complex as some other bird species, plays a crucial role in their survival and reproduction. Experts' perspective on the Toco toucan ecological importance. Seed dispersal. Experts emphasize the Toco toucan's role in seed dispersal. By consuming various fruits and later excreting the seeds, these birds help maintain the biodiversity of their habitats, particularly in tropical rainforests. This makes them crucial for forest regeneration. Indicator species. Toco toucans are also considered an indicator species, meaning their presence or absence in a habitat can provide scientists with valuable information about the health of the ecosystem. A decline in Toco toucan populations may signal environmental problems such as deforestation or climate change. Behavioral studies. Social structure. Researchers are fascinated by the social behavior of Toco toucans. Their group dynamics, vocal communication, and cooperative behaviors, such as grooming and feeding, are subjects of ongoing study. These behaviors offer insights into the social evolution of birds. Mating and nesting. Experts study the Toco toucan's unique mating rituals and nesting habits. The use of hollow tree trunks for nesting and the care provided by both parents are particularly interesting from a behavioral ecology standpoint. Conservation concerns. Habitat loss. Conservationists are concerned about the loss of tropical forests, which threatens the Toco toucan's natural habitat. Deforestation for agriculture, logging, and urbanization is a significant threat to their populations. pet trade. The illegal pet trade is another concern. The Toco Toucan's striking appearance makes it a target for capture and sale, which can lead to population declines in the wild. Local people's perspective on the Toco Toucan. Cultural significance. Symbol of beauty. For many indigenous and local communities in South America, the Toco Toucan is a symbol of beauty and harmony with nature. Its vibrant colors and striking appearance are often celebrated in local art, folklore, and mythology and legends. In some cultures, the Toco Toucan is associated with myths and legends. It may be seen as a messenger of the gods or a protector of the forests. These stories reflect the deep connection between the bird and the people who share its habitat. Economic impact. Tourism. In regions where ecotourism is a significant source of income, the Toco Toucan plays a crucial role. Tourists are often drawn to areas where they can observe these birds in their natural habitat, which provides economic benefits to local communities. Traditional practices. Some local communities may use Toco Toucan feathers in traditional crafts or ceremonies, though this practice is typically sustainable and done with respect for the bird. Conservation efforts. Community involvement. Local people are increasingly involved in conservation efforts to protect the Toco Toucan. Initiatives such as reforestation, habitat protection, and anti-poaching patrols are often led or supported by local communities. Education and awareness. Education programs aimed at raising awareness about the importance of the Toco Toucan and the threats it faces are helping to change attitudes and promote conservation within local populations. In summary, while experts focus on the ecological and behavioral aspects of the Toco Toucan, local people often view the bird through a cultural and economic lens. Both perspectives highlight the importance of the Toco Toucan and the need to protect this iconic species. Nesting habits of the Toco Toucan. Nest structure. Toco toucans typically nest in tree cavities. These cavities are often natural hollows in trees or abandoned nests created by other birds, such as woodpeckers. The interior of the nest is usually not lined with any soft materials, and the eggs are laid directly on the bare wood surface. Offspring count and incubation. Eggs. A Toco Toucan female typically lays 2 to 4 white eggs. Both parents share the responsibility of incubating the eggs. Incubation period. The incubation period lasts around 16 to 20 days. During this time, the parents take turns sitting on the eggs to keep them warm. Chick development. The chicks are born blind and without feathers, altricial. They rely heavily on their parents for warmth and feeding. The parents continue to care for and feed the chicks until they are ready to leave the nest. Fledging. The chicks usually fledge, or leave the nest, after about 6 to 8 weeks. Even after fledging, they may remain with their parents for a while as they learn to forage and become more independent. Lifespan. In the wild. In the wild, a Toco Toucan typically lives between 15 to 20 years, depending on environmental conditions and the presence of predators. In captivity. In captivity, where they are protected from predators and given consistent care, Toco Toucans can live up to 25 years or more. This nesting behavior, along with their relatively small clutch size and extended parental care, reflects the Toco Toucan's strategy for ensuring the survival of its offspring in the wild.